Right now, I know this might sound almost too good to be true, but hear me out. What I'm about to share isn't made of recycled advice or surface-level tips you've heard 100 times before. These are real, raw, and honest habits that I personally tested in my own life. I lived through the struggle, experienced the resistance, pushed through the discomfort, and what happened on the other side was nothing short of transformative. The changes were real, the impact was deep, and I couldn't keep it to myself. These habits reshape the way I think, work, and live. Whether you want to boost your productivity, improve your mental health, or simply create positive momentum in your daily life, what you're about to hear can genuinely help you get there. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and settle in, because you'll want to stay until the end. This isn't theory. These are practical, actionable habits you can start using today. I'll also be sharing personal stories from my own journey. No filters, no exaggeration, just an honest look at what worked for me. Let's begin. Habit 1, waking up early. The first habit that changed my life was waking up early. And let me be completely honest, I was never a morning person. My bed was my best friend, and the snooze button, I abused it daily. Mornings felt rushed, chaotic, and stressful. I often started the day already behind. But I decided to give waking up early a real chance. I set my alarm for 5 a.m. The first few days were brutal. I dragged myself out of bed, half asleep, questioning every life choice I'd ever made. But I stayed consistent. And by the third day, something shifted. I began to notice the silence. There was something powerful about being awake while the world was still asleep. The calm, the stillness, the sense of ownership over my time. With those extra morning hours, I finally had space for things I always claimed I had no time for. I started with light exercise, nothing extreme, just stretching or a short jog. It woke my body up and energized me for the day ahead. I also began meditating and setting intentions for the day. Those few quiet moments completely changed my mindset. I felt focused, grounded, and clear. Another unexpected benefit? I stopped feeling rushed. I could enjoy a proper breakfast, sip my coffee slowly, plan my day with intention instead of panic. That calm started carried through everything I did. I was more organized, less stressed, and more in control. One morning stands out clearly. I watched the sunrise from my balcony as the sky slowly changed colors and the city woke up. It was simple, but deeply powerful. In that moment, I felt gratitude, clarity, and peace. That's when I truly understood the power of waking up early. It may not be for everyone, but I encourage you to try it, even for 1 week. Start by waking up just 15 minutes earlier than usual and gradually build from there. It's not about having more hours. It's about using those hours intentionally. Habit 2, daily exercise. The second habit that transformed my life was daily exercise. And again, honesty. I used to avoid workouts like the plague. I always had an excuse. I'm tired. I don't have time. I'll start tomorrow. But one day, I decided to commit just 1 week of movement, no matter what. I started small, 20 minutes a day. Yoga, jogging, light strength training, just enough to keep things interesting. The first few days were rough. My muscles were sore. My energy was low. But I reminded myself why I started, not to look a certain way, but to feel better. By day 4, everything changed. I woke up with more energy. My mood improved dramatically. I felt calmer, less irritable, more positive. Exercise stopped being about fitness and became about mental clarity. One morning, during a jog on a crisp, quiet street, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Freedom. Just me, the road, and my thoughts. That sense of connection to myself and the world was incredibly empowering. I noticed physical changes too. Better posture, more strength, but the biggest shift was internal. Exercise became my time to disconnect from stress and reconnect with myself. Trying yoga was another breakthrough. I was skeptical at first, but it taught me presence, breath control, and self-awareness. It wasn't just movement, it was mindfulness in motion. Daily exercise showed me this. When you take care of your body, your mind follows. You don't need perfection. You don't need extremes. Find movement you enjoy, dancing, walking, hiking, and commit to a few minutes a day. The benefits will surprise you. Habit 3, journaling. The third habit was journaling, and I didn't expect it to change me as much as it did. I used to think journaling was only for people with lots of free time or overly introspective personalities. But 1 week of consistency completely shifted my perspective. Every night before bed, I spent just 10 minutes writing. No fancy apps, no pressure, just a notebook and honesty. At first, it felt awkward, but soon I started writing about my day, my struggles, my fears, and my goals. And that's when the clarity came. I began noticing patterns in my thoughts, what I worried about, what I could control, and what I couldn't. One stressful workday stands out. Writing it all down helped me process my emotions and identify solutions instead of spiraling mentally. I also tracked small wins, moment progress I'd usually ignore. Looking back at them built confidence and motivation. Adding a gratitude section changed everything. Writing 3 things I was grateful for each day shifted my focus from lack to abundance. Journaling became therapy, a judgment-free space to untangle my thoughts. If you've never tried it, start simple. Write whatever comes to mind. It's not about writing well. It's about writing honestly. Habit 4, mindful eating. Mindful eating was a major shift for me. I used to eat distracted, scrolling, rushing, barely tasting my food. For 1 week, I committed to eating with full attention. No phone, no TV, just food and awareness. I noticed flavors I'd never noticed before. I felt satisfied faster. I stopped overeating naturally. 1 bowl of oatmeal turned into a mindful ritual instead of a rushed task. I also became aware of emotional eating. When I was eating from stress, not hunger, that awareness gave me choice and control. Mindful eating helped me build a healthier relationship with food without restriction. Start with 1 meal a day. Slow down. Savor it. Habit 5, limiting screen time. Limiting screen time was one of the hardest, but most rewarding habits. I capped non-work screen use at 1 hour a day. No endless scrolling. No late-night binging. The result? Time reappeared. I read again. Walked more. Slept better, felt calmer. Without constant digital noise, my mind felt clearer. Conversations felt deeper. Life felt more real. It wasn't about removing technology. It was about using it intentionally. Closing. Those are the habits that changed my life in just 1 week. If they worked for me, they can work for you. Start small. Choose 1 habit. Focus on progress, not perfection. Let me know in the comments which habit you'll try first. And if this helped you, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Small changes lead to big transformations.